Hey guys, welcome to Commander Lounge. I know just recently I put a Commander deck tech up for this deck, but this is my update to my 5 color Turbo Fog deck, and I changed more than like 10 cards in it, so I think it's worth making another video for. Like I smoothed out a lot of stuff, whether it's the mana, win conditions, stuff like that, even the fogs. So I made it more smoother. Okay, so yeah, let's just get into it because I'm trying to speed this up because I don't want to go over 20 minutes because it's really tough uploading these videos when it's that long. So we have Progenitus. You guys already know what he is. 10/10 protection from everything. Beast. Got this card instead. I put this in because it looks more. It goes with more of the fog theme since he's actually in fog. So I thought that was nice. Utility lands. Reliquary Tower. Gotta have it. Strip Mine. Get rid of bad lands. Tectonic Edge. Get rid of more lands you don't like. Temple of False God. Ramp. Maze's End. Last time I played it, I won with Maze's End. Last time I played this deck, it was awesome. But yeah, it's in here, alternate win condition, kind of. It's great. It's so fun. Alright, then we have Command Tower, Reflecting Pool, Transguild Promenade, Rupture Spire. These are all lands that tap for everything, by the way. Then we have the whole Vivid Cycle. Ooh, yep, that's all of them. And then we have Unknown Shores and Opal Palace. I just put these in. I think, like, if you guys have an extra Mana Confluence and City of Brass, I'd probably put them in instead to stay consistent. But I thought Unknown Shores and Opal Palace were fine. So they're in here. I really don't even think Opal Palace is going to be crazy relevant to recasting him, Progenitus, but whatever. Then we have all the Guild Gates because we're running Maze's End. You gotta have all the Guild Gates if you're running Maze's End, so we have all the Guild Gates. Alright, and then we have Raging Ravine, the only man land I really have, so I'm running it. It's not a bad one. It's scale, so, I mean, that's not bad in Commander. And then, land-wise, we run 1 swamp, 1 plains, 1 mountain, 5 islands, and 5 forest. I still think it's crazy that it's even with islands are even with forest because it's a turbo fog deck, but whatever. Alright, now we go into our ramp slash kind of land fixing tools or whatever. So we have Gate Creeper Vine. You have to have this if you're trying to win through Maze's End because it searches up a gate. It's awesome. Expedition Map, you gotta have it because you want Maze's End as early as possible. That's a really good start. But it can also get you Reliquary Tower if you're party drawing, or it can get you Strip Mine or anything you need to, any answer you need. And then we have just the great ramps. Cultivate and Kadama's Reach get you into the 5 colors you need really quickly. That's why I run one of every color. Well, one of the extra colors that don't need many of them. Spectral Searchlight, I just think was funny because, there is a kind of sub-theme of group hugginess. I really wanted to build a group hug deck, but, Turbo Fog felt fun too with all the stuff you can do. So you can be really political with this deck, so it's very fun. Yeah. And Chromatic Lantern, absolute staple in every 5-color deck. I mean, it could be a staple in any multicolored deck. 10th with Discovery, great card. It is amazing. It's a group huggy card, but also it is a good strategy with Maze's End because it really lets you go. Like if everybody searches in a 4 game, you're searching for 4 lands. So that's the Maze's End plus 3 other Guild Gates. That's pretty good. Actually, the game that I won with Maze's End was basically because of this card. It was awesome. Then we have Gilded Lotus. If you're not in the 5 colors, by the time you cast this card, if you're not in the 5 colors, you're in it now because it's 3 mana of any color. Oh wait, my bad. That's messed up for me. Maybe this isn't the best card in here. Maybe I might change it because it says add 3 mana of any 1 color. I didn't even see that. I thought it was just any color. Whatever. This is worse now. Whatever. Okay, let's continue. I'm stupid. Then we have Crystal Ball, Poor Man, Sensei's Divining Top. Still great card. Another reason why I think I won with Maze's End. I kept on grabbing answers I needed. Ristic Study, not exactly group hugginess, but it's still relevant for my strategy, so it's in here. Taxing is not always fun, but this isn't like a broken tax. I'm not keeping people from playing. It's just I'm just saying, hey, would you like to pay some, or I'm gonna draw a card, which is maybe sometimes worse. And then we have Urban Evolution, which is just a great card. Draw 3 cards and additional land. It runs good with the Maze's End strategy while giving me gas, so it's plus. Dictator Crew Fix. I love Party Draw, but I would like to start first, please. Jace Beleren, Party Master. I do have a Howling Mine, and I was thinking about replacing Jace Beleren, but I think Jace Beleren kind of embodies the kind of soul of Party Draw. You know, so we have him. And also, we needed 3 mana stuff because it was kind of light in it's heavy in 2-drops because of all the fogs. But whatever, let's keep going into it. Rites of Flourishing, absolutely amazing card for Party Draw, Turbo Fog. Get additional land drops. Everybody does. Everybody gets additional land drops and they get additional draw, so it's fantastic. Fauna Mythos, it is Howling Mine on crack. Get to draw 2 cards instead of 1. Great. Saison, Perverter of Truth. I really like this card in here because not only does it party it up, but it also kind of starts dwindling them down, which a lot of people don't care about that. They're like, okay, that's awesome, but they don't know yet that this is Turbo Fog, and I don't worry about damage for the most part. Now we're going into our fogginess, because why did I build this deck? To make a Turbo Fog deck. There's got to be fogs in it, so yeah, let's get into it. We have Fog. Great card. Spore Frog. Probably one of my favorite creatures. Darkness. Black Fog, amazing. Constant Mist is just ridiculous with buyback. Keep getting it over and over again. You don't even have to use anything crazy with it. Moment's Peace, you need the flashback one. It's 2 fogs, come on. Respite is awesome because you can gain life. There's not a ton of ways to gain life in here, so a fog helps doing that. Winds of Calcisma, it doesn't really worry about the Ferocious. It can be relevant sometimes, but most of the time it's just prevent all combat damage. Why not? Druid's Deliverance is alright. I can't get political with it. It only targets me. But hey, it's better than not targeting me at all. Defend the Hearth. Just fog. And Safe Passage is in here. Even though it doesn't work well with Isochron Scepter, it's relevant because it prevents all damage, not just combat damage. So it has to be in here. Speaking of the devil, we got Isochron Scepter. This turns your fogs into fogs. You know, every time this untaps, you have a fog waiting. So you got some in your hand, and you got one out there on the Isochron Scepter, so you can use multiple fogs. It's great. Elite Arcanist, I think it's called. It's basically Isochron Scepter on a stick, except it's any card converted mana cost, any instant with any converted mana cost. So I can put Safe Passage on here, and that would be awesome. So yeah, we'll see how he does. That's a new one. And then we have our fog creatures, Fog Bank. These are for the beginning when people get fatties out real quick. Guard Gomazoa, another one, fog creature. And then because we didn't want to run just all fogs, we run a crazy pack, a lot of regrowth effects because it not only helps get fogs back, but it helps getting relevant answers and relevant win cons back. It helps with Maze's End when people go, okay, I'm just gonna strip mine your one gate and you're screwed. No, I can regrowth it back. So yeah, there's another reason why we run a bunch of these. So Noxious Revival is amazing because it's instant speed put on top. A lot of people are just like, yeah, you can put it on top of your library. It's like, yeah, but that's fine. You're gonna be like on the end of your turn, you're basically putting your hand for one. It's a better regrowth in my eyes. And speaking of the devil, it's regrowth. Great card. Treasured Find, it's regrowth for 1 black instead, but it exiles, but that's fine. We have Eternal Witness, regrowth on a stick. Naya Charm, not only regrowth, it can be removal, and it can also be like a pseudo fog card. It's amazing in this deck. Tapping all creatures when you know that they're coming at you. Yeah, that's pretty good. Restock, instead of getting 1 fog back, I can get 2 fog backs, or I can get 1 fog and a guild gate that they destroyed and stuff like that. So restock's amazing. Arcanomancer and Mnemonic Wall can get back my fogs. But also, I like this little combo that I had in one of my pre-releases, and it was mainly with Mnemonic Wall and Whelming Wave, where I return all creatures that are in its hand except for all those fishy creatures. But it's cool because you can kind of run a loop with it on every turn. You can Mnemonic Wall and Whelming Wave, as long as you have all the mana for it. And I just really love that combo. So you can ensure that like every turn you're just bouncing everything back. So yeah, we'll see how that does. I mean, there's a lot of good enter the battlefield stuff, but I just think it's fun, so it's in here. And we have Cyclonic Rift because it basically has to be in here. It's like an oh shit button, except it's not entirely oh shit. It's not like that thing that goes, oh man, I wiped all my stuff too. It just wipes everybody else's stuff, which is completely fair. So that's why it's in here. Perilous Vault is the fair oh shit button where it just exiles everything. And it's great with exile because that gets rid of gods and other, indestructible problems like Avacyn. Then we have Merciless Eviction. Once again, exiling is key. I was worried about having this in here because it felt like I couldn't pick everything. Like it wasn't like a O-Stone or anything, but it's actually been playing really well. So yeah, I like it. Then we get to our spot artifact enchantment removal. Revoke Existence is amazing because it exiles. Unravel the Aether is amazing because it doesn't exile, but it tucks instead. Essentially, unless it's a commander, then it doesn't. But that would have to be an artifact or enchantment commander, so whatever. Alright, then we have Fracturing Gust, which is pretty good. It destroys everything. It gains me some life. Once again, I need some life gain in this deck because, once people find out the Turbo Fog deck, some people just don't like Group Hug to begin with, so they'll just come at you in the beginning just be a dick. But, once they find out your Turbo Fog, they're like, okay, great, that's really annoying. Let's just all come together and keep attacking and, stuff like that. And this is where it kind of gains you some life back because, people are going to be playing Mana Rocks and stuff. So, 2 life for each thing you destroy is pretty good. Then we have our Graveyard Removal Suite. Relic of Progenitus just makes sense in a Progenitus deck. I don't know about you, I feel like that's a flavor win, so yeah, sure. Rakdos Charm has been very impressive in this deck. I've only played this deck a couple of times, but a lot of times I faced a Carador deck, and it kept it at bay. I faced a Bruna deck, and he traumatized himself, dumping half of his library into his graveyard, and then attacked with Bruna, and you get all enchantments that go in that graveyard. In response, before attacks, I Rakdos Charmed, so it felt right. It was great. Alright, so now we have Negate. We have our counter spell suites. We got a couple of them just for, protection and keep going. So we have Negate, counter target non-creature spell, sure. Arcane Denial. It's just, I like it because it's kind of group huggy. It's like, no, you can't do that, but you can draw some cards. I'm fine with giving gas. This is a fun deck. Counter spell, that's just no, but it's a great card. So, it's counter spell. Dream Fracture, another group huggy. Nah, you can't do it. Draw a card. I'll draw with you. And Glen Elendra is just a fantastic negate on a stick. You can't say no to her. And we go into ways to give us hexproof. I think it's very important because once they find out that they can't attack into me, some people are going to try to go around that by targeting me. Whether they also have 5-color deck and try to target me with that artifact loses the game. I have it in here. You'll see in a second. But they could just try to fireball me in the face and stuff like that, and just do other shenanigans to make me lose. And it's good to have hexproof in that spot. So we run that. We run Orbs of Warding. Orbs of Warding is also really good in this deck because against like a tokens deck that hasn't pumped yet, it's really good because they can't do anything to me really. I don't even have to worry about fogging. I'm just like, I'll just prevent it. So it kind of goes with the deck. It makes sense to be in here. Then we have Zealous Conscript, which is just basically one of my favorite cards to put in every deck. It really takes a spot for something that could be more relevant in this deck, but it's just fun to play with. And when you steal somebody's Planeswalker and neg it and just take it away or ultimate it, or just take a creature and win the game or something, you can do so much with this card, and it's just a toolbox. It's a toolbox creature card. I mean, it's better if you have like a way of sacking it, but I mean, still Zealous Conscripts is just an amazing card. Then we go into our win conditions. Sanguinate's kind of back and forth. It's a lot of people think this is a boring card, and I understand, but I need the life gain. Like, it's relevant. Once again, I told you, if they find out about me, they're going to come at me harder about how my deck goes. So, it's nice to even get this to 10 and just 10 everybody and, gain 10 life or something like that, gain all that life back, because then it's going to be a lot harder. Then I turn into Arch Enemy, but I'm a little ahead at that point. It's fine. So, yeah. Or it just ends the game straight up in really late games. Replication is another kind of boring one, but it's a card I really like. I really like doing like, you did this to yourself. Well, maybe you shouldn't have played Terracodon. Like stuff like that. Like people that play like really crazy broken things, it's like, well, I'll take a couple more of them, so it makes sense. Then we have Door to Nothingness. I got to kill somebody. I mean, I got to make somebody lose too. That same game that I won with Mace's End, I also took somebody out with Door to Nothingness, which felt right. Enters battlefield tapped. You pay Progenitus costs and sacrifice it. Target player loses the game. I love that it doesn't exile. You can just regrowth it back. It makes sense in this deck. And I put this back in. I took it out originally for Door to Nothingness, and then I had the local game store I go to, the owner, he talked me back into playing this again. It just makes sense. It's a flavor win too with the politics behind this deck. So yeah. So yeah, we made it to 15 minutes throughout the deck. Yay! It didn't go to 20 yet. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this video. Let me know what you guys think of 5-color Turbo Fog in general. Let me know what you guys think of the update, if it seems smoother, seems better, seems worse. I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, just like, favorite, and subscribe. You guys have a good day, and bobble bobble.